Yo, what's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's been a while. Man, I am so far behind on this. It's appalling. A day behind. Hold on. A day behind on Kingdom Hearts 4 news is like being a month behind. I feel like I'm missing out on so much, man. Everyone else has been like absorbing it and feasting on it for the last 24 hours. But I held out. I did not watch a single bit of it. I held out, man. But okay. I ain't got too much time today. I got like an hour and some change, give or take. So we're gonna hop into it really quick. But I have to say, I have to get this off my chest. In what world was I supposed to ever guess that the next time we would see Kingdom Hearts 4 would be at a random Nintendo Direct? In what world, through all the years of Game Awards, Summer Games Fest, State of Play, showcases, everything, through the years of all of that, nope, nothing. But then a random Nintendo Direct in 2026, they decide to drop. How was I supposed to? Anyways, I mean, I'm glad we got anything at all, so I shouldn't be complaining, but I'm still gonna complain. But holy, how? Anyways. What's up, everyone? Gives us shout outs. What up, Chrissy? What up, Vernita? Christopher, Ninja. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Guys, first time. Welcome. Dude, like, how was I was so sure that it wouldn't be at a I'm pretty sure I literally said it's not gonna be at a random Nintendo Direct. And then that's exactly what happened. Right? All Kingdom. I do also know about all the Kingdom Hearts games coming in Switch as well. I do know about that. Every single Kingdom Hearts game on Switch, that's kind of, man, kid me, would have never even imagined a day of that happening, let alone all the games on one console. But all right. I say we get into it, shall we? I say we just get right into it. Oh my god. I have not seen. Ooh, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I'm trigger happy. I'm trigger happy. Not yet. I have not seen anything, literally anything having to do with this. I'm not even joking. I have been off the grid for the last 24 hours. I've been off the grid. As soon as I saw within minutes of the trailer dropping it on my feed, I was off the internet. I was like, nope, there's no saving me if I stay online. It's not happening. But oh my god. Got it during the middle of your internship. That's what I'm saying. It's such a random. Anyways, I said my piece. Anyways, let's just get into it, shall we? My god, I don't know. Okay, before we get into it, everyone else got to make their predictions, right? Everyone else got to make their predictions. Let me make mine. All right. My predictions for the trailer is, if we don't see Strelitzia, I'm fucking rioting. If I don't see Strelitzia, I'm setting something on fire. In game, of course, but there's no way we don't see Strelitzia again after they gave us that like little tease of her upgraded visuals. We're gonna see Sora. That's a given. We're gonna see Sora in all his glory and his updated visuals. Give me Strelitzia. That's all I want. Number 2, on the topic of characters, I think it's time we introduce some new ones, right? I get the last trailer was only like a reveal trailer, not like, you know, the first official trailer in a way, but like we need more characters than just Sora and Strelitzia and the Master. Like we know they're there. We know that. We need at least one more character. It doesn't even have to be a new character. It could be like someone like one of the foretellers, right? What are they up to? We haven't heard anything from them since the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. Even if one of them shows up, you know what I mean? Just something. At least one. At least one. Give me Strelitzia and a character other than Sora and Strelitzia. That's all I want. Other than that, gameplay, obviously, gameplay. Show me some gameplay. Show me something that allows me to be vindicated for telling people, hey, it's okay. Let them take their time. It'll be worth the wait. Show me something that's worth the wait. All right, I'm done talking. Let's get into it. Oh my God. Okay, I'm shutting up. Okay, this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna watch it through start to end. Very minimal pausing. I'm not gonna guarantee I don't pause it at least once, clearly. But we're gonna go through the full thing and then we're gonna go back and talk about it afterwards. All right. Already a new character. Don't know who they are, but... Okay. Okay, so like pretty much everyone was right in that regard. Sora showing up is what caused this. We're not even just hit. Oh my boy! He looks so... Well, there you go. I asked for one new character. We already got that at the very beginning. I already got my fulfillment. Oh my God. Oh my God. But not only do we get Strelitzia and another new character, we get another new character and a Sigurd? That's Sigurd. What? Wait, they're throwing a lot at us here. I'm sorry, Sora, you keep getting bodied. I'm sorry. Wait. No shot. This game already looks 1,000 times better than it originally did. This looks so much better than it did, even in the screenshots. Cinema. We're going back immediately. First of all, who is this girl? The structure of this world is incredibly complex. But our arrival here brought these concepts with us. So first question is not only who is this girl, but is this the other figure that was with the Master in the previous trailer? You know how that there was that second person in the black coat? Is this them? I would assume so. Also, I just like to point out Sora's kicks here. Fucking fire. I love his shoes. I personally have always loved Sora's new design, but his shoes especially. People think she's Ava.
化したものは存在しなかった。この世界の構造はとても複雑で、私たちが定義する光と闇を具現化したものは存在しなかった。でもそれを定義するものがこの世界に来たことで、この世界にも私たちの定義する闇が現れた。
I could see it. I could see it. I could see it. I have to think about all of this so much more. I could definitely see Ava. Okay, let's talk about, like, realistically, this could only be like two characters, right? The only two female characters that are mysteriously gone, and that is Subject X and Ava, right? Realistically, it has to be one of those two, right? Unless, again, this is someone completely new, which for all I fucking know, it could be, but it has to be one of those two, at least. At least. It being Ava. It being Ava would make sense in the sense that Ava has just like disappeared, right? And the whole like one of the hidden powers of the organization code is that people can't, it literally hides your face from people. It hides your identity. So like if she wanted to hide from people, from the foretellers, from the master, from everyone, it would make sense why she would be wearing that. You know, assuming that she hasn't allied with darkness, of course, which it's Ava. Obviously, she wouldn't have. I hope. This chain thing. There's a cloaked figure with all of the art of the new union leaders. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what art you're talking about. I know what art you're talking about. Let's see here. Let's see here. I know what art you're talking about. I assume you're talking about this one right here. Right? Think the blonde man is Luxor's somebody? For sure, right? Because at the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3, like that was the whole thing with like Sora talking to them after he defeated him. It's like, you're gonna be recompleted, right? You're gonna become your own person again. So that would have to be his somebody in terms of that. But what is his name? Because I assumed it was Sigurd, but Sigurd doesn't really come from Luxord. Right? But I feel like one of those characters has, getting back to the trailer, I feel like one of those characters has to be Sigurd. One of them has to be. Right? I'm trying to see if there's like anything in the background during this. Like on the signs or something. Who is this? Do people know who this is? Or is this a new character? Because is this who people are presuming is Sigurd? Because like I'm looking at, when I'm looking at new characters, right? When I'm looking at new characters, for me, I'm trying to like compare them to Xehanort's old not his upperclassmen, his classmates from Dark Road, right? Because there's that whole theory of like, where did they go? Or well, they died, but like there's a whole theory of like them being the foretellers or something like that, right? Hanging out there. So like whenever I see a new character, I'm like immediately, for some reason, I'm like, does this look like a Xehanort's classmate? No? Okay, cool. Like That's all I do. So is this Sigurd? Theory to be Sigurd? Might be Sigurd? Okay. Because I'm like, we have to see Sigurd at some point, because he's literally the one narrating the very first reveal trailer. And I mean, this kind of looks like a Sigurd, if I'm being honest. This kind of looks like a Sigurd. He's got that energy about him, that Chad energy. Mask Dude is one of Xehanort's classmates. Okay, I saw this. And this... Okay, so this confirms two things, right? Stay with me now. First off, this confirms that there's some sort of organization. There's some sort of organization operating here in Quadratum that Yozora is a part of. This confirms that, because look at his jacket or his shirt and look at the design of it. It's not a jacket. It's not the same as Yozora's, but it's like the black, the pattern, everything, damn near bar for bar with Yozora's character design. You know what I mean? With that, to what was mentioned earlier about this, about Xehanort, Xehanort has to know about whatever this organization is. But we'll get back to Xehanort in a sec, though. We'll get back to Xehanort in a sec. What's up, everyone coming in? What's up, everyone? That's one of the upperclassmen, the guy in the shirt. Dude, I could sit here. I could sit here and talk about this for like the guy in the shirt. This is one of the upperclassmen. Which one is he? Which one is he? Hold on. Which one is he? Let's see here. You're saying the upperclassmen? Oh, 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 this guy right here. Is that who y'all are talking about? I don't remember their names. It is him? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. You guys were saying upperclassmen and I was thinking his classmates. I wasn't even thinking about the upperclassmen. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Same page now. Same page now. I remember him in Baldur. And yeah. Like they all were like in the story, but like these two had like the main they had a bigger roles, like her with her brother, you know, with Baldur and everything. Anyways, back to the trailer. Same page now on that. If the upperclassmen are here, how are they here? Wait. Okay, wait. Okay. So one of my scares coming into this, hold on. Let's get some music going, by the way. Let's get some Kingdom Hearts music going, by the way. So one of my scares coming into this was that my theory that was supposed to be released today would be nullified by this trailer. I was scared that whatever was in this trailer that I did not see would have nullified my entire video that I was supposed to release, because there wasn't supposed to be Kingdom Hearts 4 news, but I digress. We're going to talk about Xehanort shooting Sora from the... Let's get to that. Let's get to that. First off, because like here's the other thing as well, right? Here's the other thing as well, right? Sigurd has the same design-esque outfit on as Yozora, as that other classmate, right? They're part of an organization. They're part of some sort of group. Right? Especially the way that he was like, you know, essentially driving Yozora around in the Kingdom Hearts secret movie. They're part of some sort of group. And Xehanort's gotta be in on it. And with Xehanort, here's another thing. Oh, the video that I made that I'm releasing tomorrow fits so perfectly with this, because I have this almost confirms the things that I say in there. I'm not gonna spoil it, but this right here, especially, I got something to say about this scene. But this right here, the fact that, first off, just the fact that Xehanort, look, the whole enemies to friend thing is like, it's not a cop-out in terms of writing, it's a cop-out in terms of playing on my feelings. The whole enemies to friends things will get me in my feelings every single time easily, right? Especially when they're as good of characters as Xehanort. Like, Xehanort reaching out to Sora, because Sora clearly is in a moment of distress here. He's in a moment of like distraught, right? I assume this is like early on when he first arrives in this world and he has no idea what's going on, where he's at, where his friends are, what's going on, and he's by himself. And Xehanort is the familiar face to extend a hand to him. I actually like that way more than Strelitzia. I actually like that way more than Strelitzia being the one to guide him or to reach out to him. Way more. Xehanort, like, because this entire time, Xehanort, this also confirms the whole idea of Xehanort essentially guiding Sora this entire time and being his mentor. This right here is like the epitome of their relationship, dude. The last 20 years of Sora and Xehanort's battles and relationships can be summed up in this image. Sorry, I'll calm down now. Like, because like, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing with that, and this is why you gotta love time travel. You gotta love time travel. How does time function in unreality, right? How does time function there? Because is this Xehanort on another life, like in the sense of like a diverging path, or is this just young Xehanort? You know what I mean? And eventually he'll leave us, or he'll go on to be Xehanort, and his life plays out how it plays out. You get what I'm saying? Like, is this like you said, his 14th life, like a different path, or a choice to make a different path, or to go down a different road than he did? Oh, but with this, it puts so much into context. I love Xehanort and Sora's relationship throughout the series, because like, this would mean the entire time from the moment he first saw Sora and was like that dull, ordinary boy, right? A Keyblade wielder so unlike any eye I've ever seen. He literally saw Sora as a Keyblade wielder before that very moment, even. If this is true. Like, think about that. That's insane that this entire time Xehanort knew who Sora was, possibly. And then again, him mentoring him, him shielding him, him guiding him to be a better wielder, to be a better person. Right, agreed, Skaz. The one of the familiar faces amongst all of the unknown. Xehanort. Oh my god. Oh my, okay, because like this is like the equivalent of like Sora being Cloud and Xehanort being Zack. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of vibes it's giving me. And I love that. Oh. You're saying on the opposite end, what if he wasn't guiding Sora for good, but he was guiding him to get what he wants, to do what he wants? That's interesting. Oh, please let Xehanort be the homie, man. Oh my god, I love because that's the thing. That's what I love about Dark Road, is that it shows that Xehanort is not a heartless nobody. Like he truly is just a person that went through some shit. Like he truly was just someone. Like the dedication, the drive, the literal decades of responsibility he had carrying on his shoulders. I love it. It's too good. Right? With the whole Keyblade passing, the whole Keyblade, because I love that scene too, right? I love that scene too, because that scene is like, hold on, that scene is like Sora's, because Kingdom Hearts 3 ending. Here we go. Shout out Prosofia Gaming. Let's see here. This moment. This moment was essentially Sora's Keyblade inheritance ritual, right? Like, you know how Terra did with Riku when he did the whole, like, passing it down, right? And then Kairi accidentally had it done with Aqua. Sora never had that done with him until this moment. And I love that because it's a symbolism that, like, this dull, ordinary kid, who by all accounts should not even be standing here, should not be where he is, should not have accomplished what he did because he is weak. Yet he did it, and he is standing here, and Xehanort acknowledges that. Right? Very well done. And for it to be Xehanort to truly acknowledge him as a true wielder. Sorry. I'm a Sora fanboy. I'm a Sora stan through and through. I'm going to gas him up. Definitely needs a Sora in his life. Right? Ericus, and like Ericus was that Sora. Like, it's like he needed that person to, like, steer him back on the right path when he'd go too far, right? That person to draw the line and be like, whoa, we ain't gotta do all that. It'll be okay. Everything's fine. You don't have to, you don't have to do this alone, right? Where Riku was walking down the street. Riku was walking down the street in this? Did I miss that? We'll get back to Xehanort. First off, as well, look at these graphics, right? It's especially here. Look at this. Look at the streets. Oh, this is like the whole Tokyo, Shibuya, that whole setting. Oh, I love it. Persona 5, The World Ends With You, you know? God, man, I gotta come back and look at this gameplay like frame by frame. Look at that random dude just watching at the subway. Look at him over here. Oh, where'd he go? Love that the NPCs are recording. I'm saying, see, I know I saw him. I know I saw him. I'm not crazy. Yeah, is there something at the end of this that I missed? Also, W Sora for that recovery. Look at that. My man gets flung. Boom, on his feet immediately. Ready to throw him again. Now, here's the real question. Here's the real question. Who is this? Who is this? This, you know what this is giving? You know what this is giving? Strelitzia is an op. This is giving that theory. That thought process that people have that I've covered before. This is giving that theory. Because this could be the Master of Masters right here on the left. They're wearing an organization coat. Oh, I see what I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Kelsey. Same page. Again, I'm dumb. Takes me a minute. Takes me a minute. Because and that's this could either be the Master of Masters, it could be Lushu, as Chrissy said. It could be Lushu. It could also now be that mysterious character, Ava, right? Ava. Then that would confirm the other theory that I also covered about Strelitzia, with her and Ava and them like them actually being good, or like, you know, like Ava conspiring with Lushu to do good, and now they got Strelitzia in on it, right? Like that's their little trio of like turning against the master. Or it could apparently be Xehanort too. I highly doubt Xehanort, just because he would have no real reason to, unless it would take place after she found Sora and he's like, hey, I know that guy, right? But other than that, I don't actually think it'll be Xehanort. But Xehanort is wearing a similar coat, so he's got to be thrown in the pool. That's who people assume to be Sigurd, which I can definitely see and agree with. Definitely looks like a Sigurd. And if you look at his jacket, you know what this is giving? This is giving Missing Link. This is giving me very, very like Missing Link vibes. The style of this character. Yeah, I know Strelitzia is Marluxia's sister. Are you saying that that's Marluxia? That could be Marluxia? That low-key could. We haven't seen Lorium or Elrena. I don't know why I called them by their somebodies. We haven't seen Marluxia or Larxene since Cage 3. Where are they at? Where are their somebodies? Right? Where are their somebodies? We see Luxord's. Where's Marluxia and Larxene's somebodies? Are they also from here? Also, look, I see he draws a weapon here. I want to take a quick look at it. It's like a sword. It's like a sword, and he's holding it like backwards, like Ventus. It looks like. Right? This is the blade end right here. This is the hilt. Oh, it's a keyblade. No, it's a keyblade. Oh no, this is 100% a keyblade. We can't. No, it's pointed at the end. No, it's not. Hold on. Yep, that's a keyblade. Yep, you see the teeth right there. You see the teeth right there. It's a keyblade. This is 100%. Okay, yeah, this is 100% the classmate. Now I see it. Same page. Same page. Again, takes me a minute, but same page. Also, Christopher with the $5 super chat. Thank you. I think Lucio is a wild card at this point in his life. He only really cares about having his friends back, and he'll work with whoever reunites them. I 100% agree with that. I've been saying that for like years. Like, Lucio is not inherently bad, right? He's not inherently on the master's side. He does whatever he wants to. Like, he's demonstrated before, he does whatever he wants to. His only goal is to keep an eye on the black box, keep an eye on his keyblade, and just watch, right? His only goal is to just watch. But he's not necessarily evil, right? Even when the master revealed at the ending of Union Cross in the finale, when he was like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna body everybody, right? When he revealed that the plan was to engulf the foretellers with the true darknesses, giving them a form and then eliminating them, Lucio was like, are you serious? He's like, the Keyblade War, all of this, you caused all of this for what? All these lives being sacrificed, right? He stood up. He was like, I don't think this is right. But he didn't go all the way because, unfortunately, he would still just keep quiet and do what the master tells him to do, which is the problem with all the foretellers. They just do what the master tells them to do without actually following what their heart is telling them to do. A keyblade? Yeah, you see the teeth right here? You see the teeth? And he's holding it backwards like Ventus. Right? This is how Ventus wields his. I'm gonna have to go back through Dark Road. This right here. This right here. Feel like the Master of Masters is going to be one of the biggest antagonists for sure. 100%. The Master of Masters and Sora are going to clash simply because of their ideals, simply because of that, right? Sora doesn't see people for light or darkness. He doesn't see that in people. He sees people for people, right? His best friend is Riku, who literally uses the power of darkness all the time. Sora doesn't see light or darkness. He doesn't see light or darkness. The Master astronomically hates darkness. He wants to eliminate it from the existence. Just by that thought process alone, him and Sora are doomed to come into contact and butt heads. What's up, Ash? Welcome in. If they don't tell us who Mom is, I think I'm going to flake. What do you mean? Like in the next trailer? The Master of Masters identity. Oh, that's going to be such a massive... Because the hype around that alone... Who could it be to, like, satisfy the expectations? What are the chances the Master could be Sora's dad? About the same amount of chances as it could be his mom. We haven't seen anything with his parents ever. at all. But there was talk about lineage like a while back when Missing Link was still a thing, you know? There was talk about lineage becoming more of a factor in the story. So that definitely could be the case with Sora. Because here's the other thing, right? Sora's necklace, I don't think it's just for show. I don't think that crown, right? I don't think that crown is just for show. The Master of Masters even mentions something about the 7 crowns, right? What if like that was like passed down to him? How did Sora get that chain? I need to know. Who gave him that chain? How did Sora get that chain? Was it like passed down to him? You know what I mean? And now he is one of the 7 crowns, or to go in place of his parents, or whatever the case. Right? Like the Master of Masters did all this, and it's like you can't have light without darkness. Like that's literally the whole point. You cannot have light without darkness. You can't. You can't. Like, it's not a matter of, oh, it'll take a lot of time, or, oh, it'll take a lot of sacrifice. Like, you literally just can't. Like, you can't. But he doesn't care. Which leads me to think that he has to be a being of pure light in some way, shape, or form to hate darkness that much that he is willing to end everything. Like that. He ended an entire civilization like that. Just as not even to execute his plan, just as the beginning stepping stone to his plan. It was just another phase in his plan. It wasn't even the conclusion. Daybreak Town, just another day for him. Like, so with that, back on the topic of mom, here's what's telling about this scene, right? We see these feathers falling down, and these are black feathers. These are giving very much a Raven like aesthetic, right? And Raven, you know, ravens or crows, sorry, I said ravens, crows, crows, death, Grim Reaper, right? Is that a telling as to who the Master of Masters is? Maybe not his name, maybe not his face, but what he is? We don't know if he's human. We don't know what he is. And then this is more of that scene, which I'm assuming is just more of it being Hades, right? Sephiroth. God, I hope so. God, I hope so. We need Sephiroth back in the game as a fight. I never realized how much I like actually missed it. Yeah. There's because as like you said about the false light, that's also another thing, right? I firmly believe the Master, if he is a being of light, he is not a good one. He is not like Sora. He is evil because he takes it too far, like Ericus took it too far. And if he's not, The fact that he's been playing the part of being someone on the side of light this entire time when he's truly on the other side. Next level chess playing. Next level chess playing. That could also be a false light perspective, right? And when he's talking to Xehanort, he's like, he literally tells him, he's like, believe what you see with your eyes, not your ears, right? He's like, the truth is what you see with your eyes, not what you hear. He's like, I could sit here and tell you that I am light, like I have been telling everyone for the last however many years, but I'm truly darkness, right? False light. I guess letting false light dictate the future could be a pretty lousy move, right? Which would be even more insane, because what if this was all a test from the master? What if he was testing the entire universe? He was like, if I could get away with this, they don't deserve to exist. If I can get away with pretending to be light and I am pure darkness, what hope is there for the world to be saved? Let me just end it, right? That's what I love about the Master of Masters, is there's so many different ways that his plan can go. We still don't know what his end goal is. Oh, the spy dudes from Missing Link. They need to give us Missing Link, man, in some way, shape, or form. A movie, cutscene, something. They can't just act like that didn't happen. How did Mom and Xehanort meet, though? I don't know. We haven't seen their official meeting. We've just seen the conversation that they had once Xehanort was sent on his journey, right? Because at the beginning of Remind, Xehanort comes back and the Master is sitting there in the Keyblade graveyard. And Xehanort, he's like, well, how'd it go? And Xehanort's like, oh yeah, it does ward off darkness, right? And then they have like that whole conversation together. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts crossover. You know, I'm gonna keep quiet. Just video dropping tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. What I said earlier about this trailer, like enhancing what I talk about in that video, I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. If the Master hates darkness more than anyone, why would he willingly seal one of the seven inside himself? One of the seven? You mean the darknesses? I feel like that's, again, I feel like that's a testament to just how far the Master would be willing to go to eradicate darkness. Right? He truly hates darkness. He will literally eliminate anything in anyone, including himself. He will destroy the universe to take it down. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting from him. I don't know, that we're all throwing out ideas. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. At the end of the day, no one knows exactly what's going to happen except for Nomura. No one knows for sure what's going to happen except for Nomura. Until the game releases, he's the only one that knows how the story's going to go. But with Sora being... I would have to see how they do it, because I really like one of the one of the ideas. I gotta know how time works in Quadratum. I have to. Because just simply knowing at what point in time this is taking place could explain so much. Like you said about Sora getting the Keyblade at the very beginning. Or Xehanort knowing about Quadratum and everything through everything that happens in the future. Or like, you know, there. At what point in the timeline is this taking place? I have to know. Did we go back in time? Did we not go? Did Xehanort not come to a different world with us? But did we go back in time to when Xehanort was in this world? Could this have been, again, like said earlier, when Xehanort and the Master officially met for the first time? Because he doesn't have the organization coat. He just has a regular jacket. He doesn't have the full coat yet. God, I love that scene. So good. You know what I mean? Like, there's some connections here. There's some connections here to a lot of different things, and this can go a lot of different ways. But I've got some thoughts. And I'm so glad that this actually plays part in the video that I was going to release today, because it makes it a little bit better. It makes it a little bit better because it's like, okay, I was going to talk about this stuff anyways. But Luke Sword, I think this, again, Sora W recovery. Again, I think this is like this is him from the front, right? We see him in Yazora's in the secret movie when Yazora like wakes up in the back of the cab, right? This is him from the front, so we see him officially. I wonder who is he talking to? That seems to be the theme of this reaction, is who is this person talking to? Who is he talking to? Is he talking to Sora? Is he talking to Yazora? What is he looking at? What are you looking at? All they showed was a picture, just a frame of him looking at something, and I'm like, what are you looking at? God. And one to see what happened after they were completed. I agree. I really hope that that's the look. There they are. Look, see, I told you, the person with the smartphone. I told you they were there. I really hope that that's the case. Also, Sora's fit, like his fit is so vibrant, like the yellow on his shoes, the red, the black. I love his Cage 4 fit. Honestly, it might be my favorite one. Dare I say, it might beat out Cage 3. But the graphics here are insane. And it looks like these trails that he leaves behind, like, are like just interactable. Like, what is this? Is that like a Link? Not a Link. Finisher? Because during this whole thing here, he's not like fighting with his Keyblade, he's like shooting projectiles in a way. Right? So is this a form? Right? Shooting projectiles, doing the chains. Is this like a form change? And then this is the finisher here? You know, you hop on and then you ride around. That's very much what it's giving. And then more of this fight. I feel like I saw something here. Hold on. It was just a block effect. Wondered if they would have snuck something in the at the end there. I was hoping for a little taste, But all right. A lot of ideas, a lot of theories, a lot of things circulating. But I wanted to hold out, even if it was an entire day. I wanted to hold out so that we could talk about this, view this, and go over this live. You know, first raw reactions, truly. Even though it's a little bit late to the party. Who are you? Are you Ava? Are you Subject X? I feel like there's so much more to this that I haven't even picked up on during this discussion. I feel like there's so much more. Who are you looking at? Are you looking at your brother? Could she be looking at Lauren? Okay, I got a lot to dissect here, to go over. Hold on, let's get back on the frame with my boy. My boys. These are my boys. Again, Zach and Cloud. Also, I wanted to mention this. They said that they were working hard looking towards the 25th anniversary. Now that we know that Final Fantasy VII Revelations is coming out in the spring of 2027, Kingdom Hearts Anniversary is right on around the tail end of spring, around in that area of 2027. I'm just saying, Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy will be officially over. Kingdom Hearts Anniversary will be beginning. I think it's full steam ahead from there. Especially if this is anything to go by, how good this stuff looks. I was wondering if people did compare the voice actors. I was thinking about doing that myself. But then I thought about, like, well, it's been like how long since Kingdom Hearts key back cover released? For all we know, she could have aged, or her voice could have gotten deeper or higher, or they could have gotten a different actor, or whatever the case. But if they sound similar, that would make sense. This is a holiday season game if it comes out next year. It's 100% a holiday season. And that's what I'm thinking about, like, the looking, not to put false hopes out there, but I'm thinking that's what they mean by looking forward to the 25th anniversary event, is that will be the day that we finally know when it's going to be releasing. That's the day we'll get a reveal date trailer, I hope. Or at least a release window. Something along those lines. Because I thought it was going to be this. I thought it was going to be another trailer, period. But I guess I was wrong. So what else could it be? Another trailer? Probably, maybe, possibly. And if it is, what could one up this? Because it's the anniversary event. It's got to be something big. A reveal date, right? That's what I'm thinking. Hope we finally get a cage event. I would love a cage event in FF14. I just got back into it, and I've been fiending. I beat Shadowbringers and Endwalker both within like a month. Yes, I'm behind. I know. I've been playing catch up for the last like 5 years. But I've been binging it recently. I've been binging it. Shadowbringers, Endwalker, that content, peak. Bring me Kingdom Hearts. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'm going to dissect this. I'm going to start working on some more videos because, again, I got one finished, dropping tomorrow. Make sure to tune in for that. Hopefully, maybe, possibly, please. I promise it definitely has something to do with this trailer. Like, there's some connecting bits between this and that video. I didn't talk about some things here because I didn't want to spoil the video. So that's going to be a thing tomorrow. After that, I'm immediately getting work on multiple things having to do with this trailer. And never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that I could say Kingdom Hearts is back. Kingdom Hearts is back, man. People were thinking Dragon Quest just got announced to be restarted. I was thinking we were gonna go through the Cage 3 thing again, where they had to restart because of engines or whatever the case. But luckily, that's not the case. Kingdom Hearts 4 looks amazing. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you everybody for showing up, chilling out, theorizing, talking, discussing. I'm gonna get to work on some videos. Video releasing tomorrow, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Bye-bye.